So I initially wasn't going to put this slide within the presentation. This was just a way for me to organize my thoughts while I was reflecting on my cover letter for Riot Games. But I realized that there is one important lesson you can learn from this slide in particular, which is I made a whole list of gaming terminology. Just because it's within my personality to organize things. I'm the one who always keeps track of where the team is in terms of making progress. I'm the one who always keeps track of where everybody is within the game or within the team and keeps detailed notes on how to properly do things. At pretty much every company that I join, I'll always create some kind of standardized operating procedures or some type of training manual so that if I were to leave the company later on, the person taking after my role would have everything they need to fulfill my role and do it better. So here is a list of just gaming terminology that I had fun creating while I was brainstorming about what I should talk about within my course, within the last lessons. The reason why I created this terminology list is I want to talk about the idea of being an expert, of demonstrating expertise, and saying things indirectly. When you tell a story, you're not telling it. It's a bit of a misnomer. You're not telling a story. You're kind of taking the person there and showing them a little snippet of what it's like to be you and a little glimpse of what the world is like within your eyes. So one way that I kind of establish expertise and a common ground with the person reading my cover letter is by throwing in all these terminologies that an outsider wouldn't understand. But if you were a hiring manager, you'd pick it up right away. This is a technique that you should consider when you're writing essays or when you're doing demonstrations or when you're writing your resume especially. That's a major part of writing resumes. Use the terminology that is specific within your industry. But at the same time, if you're talking with an HR manager, you have to also acknowledge that they might not understand the terminology on the same level as somebody else within the company. But I like to play it on the side of giving them the benefit of the doubt, of assuming that they're intelligent and that they already know the terminology, and that they'll be as ecstatic and nerdy and geeky and thrilled about seeing this terminology being used within the cover letter, the resume, within the personal statement. So think of terms that are specific to your application. Say you're applying to a psychology department. You can use terms or words that are specific just to that industry, just off the top of my head, like something like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or you can specify one of the actual steps within the hierarchy of needs itself, or crack a joke about Pavlov and his dogs or something. Anything, just geek out about it, write down all the ideas, keep everything listed down somewhere, have your own reference, your own manual, your own dictionary of these terms. Just in case an idea pops up one of these days that will allow you to use this idea within the essay, within the written piece itself. Writing is both a structured and an unstructured craft. I say it's a craft and not really an art because I believe that everybody can improve upon it. It's not something that's innate within everybody, but that means that everybody can gain proper writing skills and can gain a certain level of proficiency within writing and telling stories. And it doesn't require a huge amount of grammar or a vast understanding of the English language. You can use the words that you know right now that maybe somebody else doesn't know, but somebody within your industry knows. That will set you apart from a lot of the competition. So just something to keep in mind. Think about terminology. Think about word choice. Think about how you can express expertise within a subject indirectly. And think about how telling a story is a way of indirectly educating somebody, of indirectly drawing somebody into your world, of getting them interested in you without them even realizing it. Show over telling. So keep all those things in mind. I'll see you again in the next lesson.